In other stories, there's anger and frustration in Akwa-Ibom State in the aftermath of the primaries of the ruling or governing All Progressives Congress. The APC youths in the state are demanding the removal of the INEC resident electoral commissioner, Mike Igini, over alleged compromise. The angry youths barricaded the INEC office at Udodoma Avenue, Uyo, displaying placards with inscriptions such as "Igini is biased." But addressing the press himself, Mr. Igini assures citizens of the state of the Commission's readiness to carry out its duties as stipulated by law. And the Rise News analyst Frank Tietie joins us now. Thank you so much for being on the news tonight.
Thank you. My pleasure.
I'm sure you've been following what's going on in Akwa-Ibom. First, what's your impression? What do you make of it?
Well, again, politicians are their tricks again. We're looking at the signpost of INEC's integrity, the person of Mike Igini, who has been, in civil society circles is referred to as the INEC solution man. That's the reason why he's taken from one troubled state to the other. And when you see some political gargantuan personalities who think that they're untouchables and that they're above the law, it's only Mike Igini that brings them in compliance with the law. And so it's not surprising that we have such a steadfast personality manning elections in Akwa-Ibom with all sort of, elements who think that they can actually ride roughshod of the law, but the man is stickler to compliance to the law.
So, would you say then, I mean, the APC chairman, Stephen Ntukekpo, said he was directed by the party, talking about the senatorial primaries now, that he was directed by the party at the national level to carry out a rerun primary based on alleged infractions within the party in Akwa-Ibom State. Does the party have the powers to do so?
Well, you're talking about powers of the political party here, but I think the question is the validity of whatever the party has done. Clearly Section 84, subsection 1 says that INEC must monitor party primaries, irrespective of whoever directed them or however the parties organized them. The most important part is that INEC must have a report of its monitoring exercise of that party primary. So the most important thing here to consider, which is the crux of the matter in the Akwa-Ibom debacle, is that INEC didn't monitor the elections they are talking about, and there was no basis for even a rerun because the election was not cancelled, and the people who participated in the elections, the candidates who participated in elections, there was no report that any one of them died. So
we have a lawyer here.
Yes.
You're a lawyer. Who says, look, INEC is not empowered to reject or accept the outcome of a primary?
Well, that is a very strange opinion when you consider these outright provisions of Section 84, subsection 13, which says that if any of the parties, whether a political party or candidate party, does not comply with the provisions of the Electoral Act, particularly Section 84 that deals with the nomination of candidates and primaries, that such a party or the candidate will not be accepted to participate in the election. So that's just a mere conjecture and an opinion which does not hold water in the face of the law.
Okay, he also adds, I mean, the lawyer who spoke against INEC said, the law does not mandate INEC to monitor primaries.
I mean, let me be a bit, because it's very irritating. It's very irritating when people bandy ignorance on international television. It's very terrible. It is a principal primary duty of INEC, however infinitesimal it may be in the whole process. It's very critical because when you consider issues of evidence, it is a status conferring. It is it confers validity on the process when INEC monitors all primaries, in fact all activities of political parties, to the extent that records must even be submitted to INEC before INEC even makes its own report based on its own observation. No, it's untenable. I didn't really intend to be this emphatic, but you see, it comes across very offensive to think that people will quote opinions and make them sound as if it's a standard. The law is clear. So read in simple, clear English.
Okay, so Mike Igini has gone to court and he's raised a libel. Is suing against libel against his person, of course, aggravated libel against Honorable Mike Akwa-Ibom.
No.
You know, yeah, that's the caption.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So that's by the APC.
Yes. Mike Akwa-Ibom, I believe, well, let's get the caption correctly.
Okay, let me just bring this. Now, in a television interview, of course, aired by Arise News, right? And anchored by Dr. Ruben Abati on 29th of June 2022 and subsequently relayed in several other news media platforms, you maliciously published to the whole world about our client as follows. Very quickly, I'm trying to fast. Mike Akwa-Ibom has abused the privileges of his office.
That is the libelous statement made against the person, falsehood made against the person of the signpost of integrity of Nigeria's Independent National Electoral Commission. And that's a very weighty statement, very unguarded and reckless statement to be made on international television. Is unacceptable. And so it is not just about the personality of Mike Akwa-Ibom, it's about the whole Independent National Electoral Commission.
As an institution.
And I even think Mr. Akwa-Ibom is just being nice and, by allowing his lawyers to simply write a legal letter and then threatening to sue. This is, in fact, amounts to criminal defamation that should land such kind of person who makes such unguarded statement in prison. Because it's a statement that has made to incite persons. Did you see the visuals? Persons now going to attack the personality of Mike Akwa-Ibom, attack the
electoral umpire.
I mean, you know it's outright falsehood, and you do that simply because you think that it's one form of political chicanery, and that you can actually just bandy. You think you are in the marketplace of campaigns when you throw words around. We're talking about hallmarks of integrity of a country, the Independent National Electoral Commission, impartial. Mike Akwa-Ibom still holds and peddles an impeccable personality and reputation, unfaulted in every way. And that's why I like the tone of that letter. Let them, in the space the lawyers have given them, particularly that young man that appears to have his facts very, very incorrect, to come and substantiate that. And if not, I am even thinking that you should go beyond just a civil suit on the part of Mike Akwa-Ibom and INEC, but an invocation of the criminal jurisdiction of the court to see to it that, look, certain persons should be punished. The freedom to speak, the right to the free speech comes with a great responsibility to speak the truth.
We've also heard,
not at all.
We've also heard the APC Akwa-Ibom statement say, Section 26 of the Electoral Act, talks about neutrality of INEC officials, and that's that's their claim against Mr. Mike Akwa-Ibom. But you're the lawyer. On what grounds, would political parties or members of the public call for an INEC official to be removed from his position, or to claim that their rerun primary should be the one to be accepted?
It is not even a matter for political parties to consider. If they have anything against any INEC official, they can approach the National Assembly that will do the needful, and also ask the president to initiate proceedings that will lead to the removal of a resident electoral commissioner or the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. And that those situations have not arisen. Let me tell you something. These are matters of fact. This same APC was praising Mike Akwa-Ibom to high heavens when Mike Akwa-Ibom stuck to the standards by ensuring that, look, a professor of soil science in a federal university also manipulated elections in Akwa-Ibom State under the watch of Mike Akwa-Ibom. And Mike Akwa-Ibom saw to it that, look, you can't just mess around with Nigeria's electoral laws. And the law was followed, and the professor was sent to prison. Was sentenced to prison. And the APC was clapping and praising Mike Akwa-Ibom. And then, look, you should have limitations to political campaigns, and to the extent of now banding. I mean, you can't, play with hard-earned reputation. This man has guarded it, he's earned it, and he's taking his time to be the sign. I can't say it enough. To be the signpost of INEC's integrity.
Thank you so much.
And I believe that such a fellow who makes such unguarded statement should stand up and face the legal music.
Apparently, we've not heard or seen the last of this. We will keep an eye, definitely, and see how things unfold. Frank Tietie, thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.